Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, and today we're here to do episodes 5 and 6 of Solo Leveling. So we're finally at the point now where we are solo leveling, the grind is on. Last time, Jinwoo did his first exclusive player dungeon raid, and pretty much just grinded himself to the point of being possibly one of the strongest players, or just hunters, in the entire world already. Like, bro grinded to, at the very least, level 17, while he began as a level 1. Which is pretty crazy. And from that, he was able to literally one-shot a golem, or at least the defenses of a golem, that an entire squad of rank Ds to Bs, rank Es to Ds, and to Bs, I guess, couldn't beat at all. Which is completely fucking nuts. That is absolutely crazy. The fact that, you know, a dungeon that took him, like, what? Maybe an hour, you know, a little more than that to get through, has made him such a level to where, like, he can just practically, you know, take on presumably anything that isn't an S-rank hunter right now. His literal arms can bend metals and, like, scales and shit, which is just incredible. What's really interesting, though, is that obviously you have to keep in mind, considering the amount of power he has already compared to, like, what we've seen, compared to the other ranked adventurers, I keep saying adventurers, hunters, I'm gonna just assume right now that the max rank he can get is 100. But he wouldn't need anything more than that right now. But what is kind of interesting is that obviously the more you level up, the more you grind, obviously it's going to take a lot more to actually continue to boost levels. Like, you know, right now we got through beating goblins and wolves and, you know, bears and all those other enemies. But the stronger he gets, the more XP it's going to require to get to those higher levels. But what's really interesting about that is obviously his item drops, right? Like, the more that he grinds, the tougher bosses he fights, the more that the items that he gets right now are going to be considered, like, garbage drops to him. So from his perspective, you know, a lot of the items he's going to grind are going to be, like, trash drops, you know, stuff that's below his level. But they're not going to be below everyone's level, which is really interesting. And the more that he grinds, the more that he buys, the more, like, items and stuff just the daily quests get him. Those items might be low level for what Jinwoo will become, but they will be considered incredibly strong and valuable to the rest of the world. And we might even reach a point where, through, like, his own experience and his own leveling and through his own drops, like Jinwoo might be able to start selling items that are considered, like, trash drops to him for insanely high prices for the rest of the hunters, right? And he might even reach a point where he's selling such high gear, he might even start gaining genuine political power, you know, because, as we know, like, he will reach a level so exponential that, again, like, common drops for him will be, like, S-rank gear, it will be, like, you know, just insanely high stuff to level up everyone else, to the point where, again, like, government officials might start recognizing him as the strongest man in the world, he might gain powers and abilities like that, and it would be really cool just to see, you know, him start selling stuff like that serpent dagger he got, you know, for, like, S-ranked adventurers, but it's just, like, a garbage item to him by, you know, like, the end of Season 1. It would be really interesting to see how he would handle that much power, that much wealth, especially when, like, his only main goal right now is to take care of his family. Like, what would the heights be of you know, Son Jinwoo's ambitions once he reaches a level where everything he gets is just, you know, it's masterful to everyone else, you know, like, the government wants to turn mana crystals, or essence stones, I believe they're called, into a way of gaining, like, pure, clean energy for the country. You might just start getting that, you know, like, per enemy he kills, as he starts killing waves and waves and drones of, like, gated enemies for nothing. You might just start being able to do that on his own. So I'm really curious just what the actual, like, height of that will be, and if that'll be, like, a plot point where people start just going to him to start selling, like, OP as hell gear, because he's the only one who can actually gain it, you know? That would be really cool to see. But yeah, guys, anyway, let's go on with episode 5. Oh my god, that body is insane. And he's still known as just an E rank. Jesus, I'm jealous already. Yep, you are exceedingly wet already. The absolute peak physique of any man. That is insane. How many days have we passed already since last episode? And suddenly every female nurse got super depressed that he left. Yep. You really need to be smarter than that, man. I know you haven't realized it yet, but you are an absolute fucking Chad. Seriously. Every girl in the country wants you already. Alright, if we've got a time skip, we gotta learn what level you are already. I can't believe he's still known as an E rank, though. Becco.
ベクハンターといえば国内に7人しかいない S 級ハンターの一人として日々活躍されてるわけですよね。
7?
潜っていない時のハンターの日常、
常に実戦に近い環境に身を置かないと勘が鈍りますから。
毎日ですか。大変ではありませんか。お兄ちゃん。
ジナ、おはよ
う。起きてたんだ。
とっくに起きてた。
He really has bulked up, good lord.
ご飯、昨日の残りが冷蔵庫に入ってるか。
Yeah. What the actual hell?
お兄ちゃん、体鍛えてる？
ああ、ちょっとだけ。
なんか背も高くなってない？
Yeah, his physique's completely changed.
大人になっても背伸びるんだ。
Is that a magazine of the S rank?
ランニングは後でやるか。筋肉ついたのはステータスのせいだろ。
God.
このまま上げてったらボディービルダーみたいになったりしてな。
I'm getting insecure.
レベルアップ。
Jesus Christ! Level 18, 2220. He is 10 times stronger than he was last episode. Good lord. And okay, looks like he's actually been what's it called? He's been spreading those stat upgrades out pretty evenly, it seems like. Intelligence 27. Let's see, 27, 20. Okay, everything's 27 aside from strength 48. Nice. Available ability points 12. Damn, he's not even used everything.
どれに割り振るか。ダメージを上げるには筋力。でも攻撃が当たらないと意味がない。筋力と速度は。
He's actually having like strategize at this point. Oh, he's got Wolf Assassin as a title.
知能は魔法と関連がありそうだけど必要なのか？
I mean, magic never hurts.
これでいっか。
You might even need combat abilities, but you might gain some extra spells like teleportation, some sensory skills. Guess what you can do in magic that isn't combat related. Dude, you're gonna get SS rank. A third reawakening. So what are we gonna do with Juhi, since she actually noticed? She's the only one who's noticed him. Oh, thank God. Full ability. Damn, he really does look different. Interesting.
孫さんは戦力外なので戦利品の分配はできませんが、数合わせ代として現金で200万お渡ししますね。
I don't know the conversion rate from like won to dollars or pounds. I imagine it's pretty good.
わかりました。で行くんですか？個人の攻撃隊はヒーラーを呼ぶのが難しいってことご存知でしょ？
If you want,
うちはいつもヒーラーなしでやってますよ。
because yeah, he was thinking about what to do with magic. Maybe he should put his magic skills in healing abilities. You might gain like a healing spell to heal your mum.
それでは
Yujinho 21歳
Yujinho.
僕も数合わせで呼ばれました。
Wait, sorry, what were you D rank? I think.
どうやら僕たちお仲間のようですね。Yujinho
21 years old and a D rank. Nice.
僕も数合わせで呼ばれました。
はあ。この装備
Seriously, that's some peak night gear.
C 級ダンジョンは初めてですか？大丈夫、僕が守って差し上げます。モンスターの体内から取れる魔法石、ダンジョンから採掘できるマナ鉱石、洞窟の中を照らしてくれる夜鉱石ですか。
Nice.
なんか間違えそうですね。
すぐに慣れるさ。
Dude, I love how casual he is now. Like, he doesn't think anything of the danger here anymore.
ジヌさん、モンスターのいないダンジョンもあるんですか？しっから来てんだよ。穴多すぎだろ。上だ。
Damn, those are some nice senses you got there. Is he gonna do anything until the end? Like, does he need to do anything till the end?
すごい。虫たちが全部ファンさんに。
Nice.
挑発スキル。さすが C 級ハンター。
4、3、2、1、
Oh.
とっておきだ。くらえ。
Oh, nice. Okay, that's a good AoE effect.
いい連携だ。長い間このメンバーでやってきたっての。
Dude, he is in pure analytical mode, does not care at all for the danger.
ジンホは装備で実力を補ってる感じだな。
Yeah.
この瞬間が一番幸せ。
Obviously, the looting's fun.
さっきはどうして上から来るって分かったんですか？
勘です。
勘が鋭いんですね。助かりました。
Yeah, he's definitely been a lot more like. It seems like he's been a lot more off, hold offish right now. Like, he's not been that as kind. He's kind of dropped the naivety act.
1匹や2匹じゃないんですよ。
モンスター同士で縄張り争いでもしてたのか。ギワン、先を照らしてくれ。
はい。
A spider? Is that a web? It looks like a spider.
おそらくこの先がボスの部屋。
Creepy. Oh, hate spiders. Fuck them. Fuck spiders. Oh, damn. He found a gold, literally a gold mine.
この量はざっくり見積もっても10億はあるぞ。
ドンス、言っただろ。いつもお前が正しいわけじゃねえ。いつまでも弟にペコペコしてる兄貴だと思うなよ。こいつを元手にうちの攻撃隊もでかくなってやる。
これジヌさんの契約書ですが、戦利品の分配についてしか書かれてません。マナ鉱石は出土品で戦利品じゃありませんから、7等分じゃなくて8等分するべきじゃありませんか？
もちろんです。公平に分けましょう。ちゃんと分かってますよ。
Interesting.
ですが、その前にあれを始末。
And you need to figure out how to carry it back.
ダンジョンボス。
That's
ご存知
terrifying.
でしょうが、ボスを倒すとゲートが閉ざされます。あの雲を倒す前にマナ鉱石を掘って運び出さないといけません。幸いなことに眠ってますし、掘るのは今がチャンスかもしれませんね。
But that's just mining. It's gonna waste a lot of energy
ま
too.
さかマナ鉱石がこんなにあるなんて思わなくて、運搬装備は車に置いてきちゃいました。
おい、ちゃんと持ち歩けっていつも
I
言ってんだ
mean,
ろ。
Jinwoo probably could just keep it in his inventory, but you know,
装備を取りに行ってきます。
規定では C 級ダンジョンを攻略するのに8人必要だ。ジンホと俺を除くと攻撃隊のメンバーは6人。
うちはいつもヒーラーなしでやってますよ。
いつもって言ってたってことは C 級ダンジョンは何度も経験済み。普段から数合わせに使ってる人間がいるんじゃないのか。
ギュハン、ボスの部屋の入り口を
what
塞
the
いでしま
fuck?
え。
入り口がなんで？これってあいつらに
They
裏切られ
don't
たんで
want
す
the mana crystals?
あいつら
危険な仕事だから事故なんて日常茶飯事だろ。ところがいざ事故が起こっても世間に知れ渡ることがないから。
So they'd rather just off them than take all those mana crystals and like an insane amount of wealth, more than what they would have otherwise. Like just sharing it an extra 2 ways, you would get far more than you have right now. What the fuck?
トカゲの尻尾切りだ。
Just shitty
マ
people.
ナ鉱石のために僕たちを殺そうとするなんて。 チルさんは下がっててください。僕がなんとか。
Bro's literally gonna one punch it.
ファンたちはそのつもりか。
I like this. Like, he is not intimidated at all by this thing. He's actually reached the point where he could not care less about even an S rank, a C rank boss.
E 級ハンター。文字通り次元が違う。
It's like you can't hide your strength from everyone now.
ジンホ、動かない。あいつは俺がやる。
今なんて。
There we go. There's our serpent blade.
俺が倒すよ。
And I'm assuming episode cut. Episode cut. Alright then. God, this is fun. It's almost like watching a different character by this point. Because, like, yeah, Jinwoo's appearance has changed. His style has changed. Honestly, his, like, personality has changed quite a bit as he's grown, like, ever confident in his skills and abilities by now. I don't have a doubt he can beat this, this spider, but still. He's far more observant, far more cautious now. Ironically, he's become more cautious of the hunters themselves as opposed to the beasts. Which is really interesting. But like I said, when his only worry now kind of is, like, the crooks in the job, it makes sense. Hell yeah. Alright, so yeah. So now we're seeing, as we said, the crook side of the jobs. The ones that just straight up leave people behind and cash in on the loot themselves. Just, obviously, there's going to be some bad people with these abilities and powers. But, like I said, that was a really fun episode of Solo Leveling, specifically because we just got to see an entirely different kind of person that Jinwoo has become now. Obviously, like we said, the fear of the job has almost completely lost him, because it sounds like, you know, we've had a time skip that he just hasn't really struggled with at all in that time. You know, all of his levels have just boosted up exponentially, and he's only, or his stats at least, and he's only level 18 right now. Like, bro, that is actually just insane. That is genuinely insane. And we're even demonstrating now the power of the S rank hunters with that guy just knocking through an entire, like, I don't even know what that was, just, you know, demonstrating that strength. Again, I assume at this point that Jinwoo is of S rank caliber, which is cool. And now that obviously he's going to have to demonstrate his strength right off the bat to this guy. It's probably not going to be too much longer, I'd assume, before he would have to pretty much get a reevaluation, because, you know, the rumors are going to spread of what Jinwoo's going to do here. On top of the fact that, you know, these C rank guys left, you know, 2 E and D ranks to die, and, like, they're out. So obviously they're stronger than what you would see. So that's going to be really interesting, you know. Unfortunately, since killing the beast means the gate disappears, it does mean we're probably going to lose all these mana crystals anyway, but, you know, survival first, I guess. Really curious what's going to drop from this spider thing, though. That's going to be fun. Maybe like a bow or something? I don't know. I don't really know what a spider weapon would be like. But, no, either way, it's really fun to see, obviously. Like I said, the mystery of, like, the E rank adventurer is fun here. Like, he can't keep that rank, you know. He can't keep that rank for much longer. It's just not possible. I don't even know why he wants it anyway, because, you know, money's a concern right now, and, like, you know, he needs it for his family, so we'll see. But in general, like I said, really fun stuff here. You know, again, since they did bring it up, I'm curious what the magic stuff would be about, since it does seem like Jinwoo is considering actually getting some magic abilities right now. And since healers are so scarce, I would assume he'd probably try and gain some healing spells and abilities. Like I said, maybe something for his mum even. If he can't find a drop or anything, like a potion, a healer, maybe some high-level healing magic might help, as well as just, you know, for himself. If he ever comes across something he needs it for, it's possible to get that as well. But, yeah, either way, you know, really fun episode, really curious. We now have another boss fight to do. Well, he's taking out a serpent now. He kind of just one-shot the golem himself, practically, in the last episode as well. But now we've got a massive spider. Probably my most hated enemy, because, fuck spiders, you know? Don't like them, never will. But yeah, let's see what we get.
最弱兵器だか便器だか知らねえけど、くせ弱い E 級とレイド経験ゼロの D 級でボスを倒すなんて無理。
Oh, don't worry.
あいつら食ってまた寝てる隙にマナ鉱石を運び、あのでけえの一人で倒す自信あっか？
あるわけないじゃないですか。
正直俺もだ。さすがボスって感じだよな。つまりあの雑魚どもは
One of them has no chance, but the other one, it's already decided,
待って
you
く
know?
ださい。C 級のボスを一人で倒すには B 級、せめて C の上くらいの力がないと無理なんですよ。ジヌさんじゃ到底。いっそ逃げ道を探しましょう。
No.
ジンホの言う通りだ。再覚醒だとしてもレベルが上がっていても俺はまだ
You're really not.
インスタンスダンジョンで遭遇した青毒牙の傘がおそらく D 級。ゴーレムタイプのボスも D 級かそれ以下。
Alright, so this is the toughest thing you fought so
間違
far.
いなくあいつらとは比べようがないほど強い。C 級の
So let's see if you've optimized your stats
やって
effectively.
みるだけある。ハンターがハンター
Is
と
it the first time using that dagger as well?
本当の狩りの始まりだ。
Hell yeah! Oh, I just love the confidence he has now. Fun. Oh, what? How dare you? Go back to the fight. I want to see fighting. Not sitting and talking.
お疲れ様でした。
There we go. Like I said, I want to see fighting. Damn, even that dagger can't work.
表皮は硬い。
But you know, last time it didn't work, so you might just have to crush it.
発食らえば死ぬ。
絶対 E 級じゃない。何者なんだ。
He's a main character.
まさか不正登録者。あえてより低いランクで登録をする不正登録者と呼ば
No,
れる
you've got it completely wrong. Just a happy accident.
往々にして虐殺を趣味にする異常者が多い。
Damn.
なんでこんなとこに来てしまったんだ。父さん。
This might be your very last raid, man. But that's fine.
くっそ。硬くてダメージがまともに入らない。あそこだ。
Acid 2. Oh, that sucks.
そんなの
Maybe you'll get an acid
表皮に3。
an acid item at the end of this,
野郎だ。
or maybe a potion.
このまま時間がかかれば自利品だ。
だけど体力が持つかどうか。どうするつもりなんだ。
もっと早く。
Using a lot of stamina right now.
もう少し。
Crap. Oh, he was so close. He can. What? He can stack that? He can stack those benefits? You've got to be kidding me. What the hell? Alright, that's not something you see a lot. That is insane! Yeah, seriously, go for the eye! Each and every one of them. Defeated! A lot of level ups, nice.
デイリークエストの報酬もらうのは
You can literally stack daily quest rewards. That's
あれがなかったら
insane.
厳しかっただろう。
You're already unbeatable just by that alone.
信じられない。本当に一人でボスを倒してしまった。いたしましょうか。お荷物は僕がお運びします。水ですがどうぞお飲みください。
おう兄貴って
Because he's intimidated by you. No, no, you gotta leave now the boss is beaten.
こいつ急にどうしたんだ。
Don't forget, the gates disappear after a while. Yeah? You really gonna fight now too? You have to kill you?
ボス死んでね。
この雲でかいだけかよ。勝負すぎ。
Wow.
あの装備なら C 級ボスも倒せるかもな。
それにしたって D 級に負けるって弱すぎじゃね？
ドンソクさん、どうします？
決まってんだろ。友人法いい装備つけてっから検索してみたらすげえじゃねえか。友人建設会長ユミョンハン、お前の親父さんだろ。
だったら
お前に機械をやる。孫ジヌを殺せ。
No chance.
もう分かってんだろ。無能な数合わせを殺して報酬を独占するのが俺たちのやり方だ。友人法、お前にはその恐
You
怖
gotta think, if you continuously do that, there's gonna be a pattern to recognize.
そんな。
あんなボンボンでも C 級を一人で倒す装備だからな。特殊効果があったら面倒だ。ああ、
Nice.
そいつの肩を持とうってのか。
Yep. Honestly, you're the better opponent.
弱いのから片付けろ。お前ら人を殺したことがあるか。
Definitely a shame these kind of people were blessed with such power.
緊急クエスト。
You gotta kill them. Oh shit.
よそ見してんじゃねえよ。ほら。
Oh, a quest actually requires you to kill a human. Well, is this an urgent quest mandatory as well? Will there be penalties without doing them?
久しぶりね。
We're doing so many cuts to
最近そっ
randos.
ちはどう？白虎ギルドは。
Oh, the White Tiger Guild.
相変わらずです。ジーナさんたちのハンタースギルドは。
ここはどこよりも弱肉強食の世界。
Yeah.
そして暴力と欺瞞と裏切りに満ちた世界。
Come on, man. Get up.
どうして
You will receive a penalty. You quite literally cannot do anything the quest prevents you from.
麻痺していたんだ。
Like, you are a slave to the quest at this point.
錯覚。
Oh.
システムが俺に殺人を強
Or
要。
be killed. What the fuck?
俺が死ねば困るということか。なるほどね。システムは俺を利用し、俺はシステムを利用する。
おい牛飯、手加減すんな。
Wow.
忘れてたよ。弱いものから奪われる。ここはそういう場所だ。
And they're weak now.
人類最弱兵器さんよ。なんだって？お前たちも
What the hell? What is this skill? What are you doing?
狩られる覚悟ができてるはずだよ。
ドンソクさん、俺がやります。なあ兄さん、状況把握ができてないようだ。狩られる覚悟だ。生きった E 級ごときに何ができるってんだ。人類最弱兵器さ。
Well, he's killed his first human.
一人目。
Yep.
ジョンって嘘だろ。
Didn't even react in
ここ
time.
に武器をどこに隠し持ってたんだよ。
人を殺してしまった。
Do you even care?
人を
It was a vile
シ
human
ステム
being.
の命令に従っただけとはいえ、俺は今人を殺したんだ。
Oh well.
でも殺さなければ俺が死ぬ。もう引き下げることはできない。
Seriously. You have good people to protect. These ones are not worth it. Absolutely brutal, man.
E 級がなんて動きしてんだよ。
Oh yeah, the effects.
はい。
Just one slash with that dagger, and it's lethal even if it is a serious wound. This music is hype though.
一瞬にしてうちの全員実力を隠してたのか。ボスもお前が倒したんだな。
Yep.
だが同じ C 級でも俺はあいつらと一味違うぞ。強化 かった俺の体は剥がねえ。そんな探検など効かん。
And even if that's true,
あんたは強い。
his physical strength still outdoes you.
だけど一つ残念なことを教えてやろう。俺はな、絶えずレベル
Yep,
が
I've been leveling up.
何が起こったんだ。俺を地面に叩きつけた。
You're weak, bro. You're mid. It's over.
いい級なんかじゃない。
Not anymore.
おーい待て、殺すな。払うから。
3度も殺そうとした相手に助けを請うのか。
やめろ。
Fuck off, bro. It's over. It's purely
ダン
over.
ジョンで起きたことは外部に漏れないって言ってなかったっけ。
The only ones we should kill are those who are prepared to be killed. And you were not.
C 級ハンター全員が戦死し、生
Wow.
存者が
It sounds
一人
insane.
ずつってことですか？
そうなんですけど、
あなた、
はい。
その装備、マヤ社の長剣カリオンですね。発売したばっかり。
ええ、まあ
Yeah.
これでも報酬がもらえるとはな。スキル、殺気。
Murderous intent, all abilities 50%. That.
なるほど。
Good
この
lord.
装備なら納得です。
You can cut all abilities down.
一人で倒して、こっちの E 級の人は
Well, that's definitely worth killing some scrubs for.
本日はお疲れのところご協力
Dude, bosses are going to be an absolute breeze with that skill. Holy shit.
兄貴もお疲れ様でした。
Boss, huh?
ああ、
That's proper respect. You live.
傘は持たせてよかったなって。
Wow. Oh no, we're still going. Not really then. Alright then, so that was a change. That was definitely a change in Jin Woo's life since he has now pretty much taken not only his first, but many lives that day. To be fair, you know, they were pieces of shit. It was literally a kill or be killed scenario, so you can't really blame yourself too much for that. But nevertheless, it was still a, you know, a very scary action there. But we've really spent this entire set just showing the changing mentality that that, you know, Jinwoo has at this point, you know, like, despite the fact that it's mostly been monsters and creatures, he has killed a lot now, you know. But back in episode, you know, the start of the show when he was an E rank, he barely got kills in literally whenever, and the fear of death was always apparent. But now it's like, you know, despite there being human, he is kind of getting a little desensitized to death, to violence, to, you know, his moral compass is kind of taking a back seat at this point, because at the end of the day, you know, challenge is very few and far between at this point in his life. Like, seriously, he's level to what, level 20 now, which is crazy. Even the C rank bosses are, you know, a little trouble here and there, but nevertheless are still, like, you know, completely acceptable within his range. Like, so that's pretty cool to see. He's got like an insane skill now that just lets him like debuff everything, like all abilities and skills for pretty much everyone by 50%. That is just, it feels a little too OP, to be honest. With how much power Jinwoo already has, that genuinely feels a little too good, I would say. But nevertheless, it was still an incredible ability. The fight was great. The music was really fun as well. It is really fun to see that. And in general, like I said, I don't really know how much longer we can keep this. If they somehow want to keep like this secret for like the entire season, I could see them maybe trying to pull some hoops to do that, but it really feels like with, you know, stuff like this going on, and the fact that, you know, someone lived to tell of Jinwoo's abilities, I don't really see like his rank being kept, you know, a secret very much longer. On top of the fact that, you know, Juhi, who wasn't in this set, obviously is getting suspicion about his power as well. You know, his physical like his physical physique has changed as well to where he looks pretty much like a new person entirely. Like, bro's just an absolute, like, Chad at this point. All the girls are dripping for him. Like, this cannot last much longer. You gotta imagine, like, these secrets, they cannot last too much longer for him. But either way, this was still really fun to see. We got to see the absolute scum that some of these adventurers can be. You know, not all hunters are good people, you know. They are here entirely for the financial gain, for the benefit of the item drops and all that stuff. And obviously, unfortunately, they are pretty much prepared to take human life to get it. So, I mean, not really much more you can say about that. It's just, you know, it's shitty, but it's how some human beings are, if you even want to call them that at that point. But in the end, we've seen that, yeah, this is a big mental turn for Jinwoo now, because he's taken many lives. It does help that the fact that the system literally kind of said, like, you know, failure to complete this quest will stop your heart, so it was literally a kill or be killed kind of scenario. But with how little it affected him while he was doing it, you know, he is changing a big time, and I'm really, really curious just what's end of season 1 Jinwoo is going to be like, given that we already have a drastic change in his personality and mindset just from, you know, 2 episodes. So really fun stuff there. But this was definitely a great set to see. You know, the fighting was great. The animation in this show is really good. Like, I haven't brought it up yet, but this is some really good animation. Despite the fights was kind of minimal here because it was a slaughter between those guys. Like, the spider fight was really good. The serpent fight was phenomenal. That was great fight there. You know, the animation just is really good for this show. It is a shonen, so I get it, but it is, I really appreciate it. But yeah, guys, that was a really fun set. Hope you're enjoying these reactions to Solo Leveling thus far, and hopefully I will see you guys next time when we do episode 7 and 8. So I'll see you then.